quiet darkness before sleep, when the noise of the day finally fades away, our hearts begin to whisper truths we often ignore. And perhaps no voice speaks to the heart quite like that of Rumi, the mystic poet who transformed love itself into a path to the divine. Rumi once said, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." There is something within us, a magnetic force, pulling us towards something greater than ourselves. We feel it in moments of beauty, in the presence of a loved one, in the stillness of nature. This pull is not random. It is the soul remembering its origin, longing to return to the source of all love. But what is this love that Rumi speaks of? It is not the conditional love we know so well, the love that says, "I will love you if," or "I will love you because." Divine love asks for nothing. It simply is. Rumi wrote, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." Think about that for a moment. We are not searching for something we lack. Love is already here, already within us, waiting. But we've covered it with layers of protection. We've built walls from our wounds, our disappointments, our fears of being hurt again. We've learned to guard our hearts, to measure our affection, to love cautiously. And in doing so, we've separated ourselves from our own true nature. Rumi tells us, "The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was." Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. We spend our lives searching outside ourselves for completion. We look for the perfect partner, the perfect friend, the perfect experience that will finally make us feel whole. But the beloved we seek is not out there. The beloved is the divine presence within us and within every living thing. This is the secret Rumi discovered. Separation is an illusion. He wrote, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." When we look at the vastness of existence, we feel small, insignificant, alone. But Rumi invites us to shift our perspective. Within you exists the same infinite love that created the stars, that breathes life into every creature, that holds the universe together. You are not separate from this love. You are an expression of it. In one of his most beautiful poems, Rumi said, "Love is the bridge between you and everything." Without love, we remain isolated, trapped in our individual perspectives, unable to truly connect. But love dissolves boundaries. When you love deeply, you stop asking, "What can I get?" and start asking, "What can I give?" You stop seeing others as separate and start recognizing yourself in every face. But this love is not always gentle. Rumi understood that divine love is a fire that burns away everything false. He wrote, "Set your life on fire. Seek those who fan your flames." Real love doesn't comfort our illusions. It challenges us to grow, to shed our layers of pretense, to become authentic. It's uncomfortable. It's demanding. It asks us to surrender everything we think we are in order to discover what we truly are. This is why Rumi often spoke of love as a form of madness. He said, "Let the lover be disgraceful, crazy, absent-minded. Someone sober will worry about things going badly. Let the lover be. When you truly fall in love, whether with a person, with God, with life itself, you stop making sense to the rational world. You stop calculating risks. You stop protecting yourself. You become vulnerable, open, willing to be broken open. And breaking open is essential. Rumi wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." We spend so much energy trying to avoid pain, to protect our hearts, to remain unbroken. But it is precisely through our cracks that we become luminous. Your heartbreaks are not mistakes. Your losses are not punishments. They are openings through which divine love can pour in and transform you. Rumi teaches us that suffering and love are inseparable. He said, "These pains you feel are messengers. Listen to them. When your heart aches, it's not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that you're alive, that you're capable of deep feeling, that you're being called to expand beyond your current understanding." Pain is love's way of getting your attention, of cracking open your heart so that more light can enter. In his ecstatic poetry, Rumi wrote, "Moonlight floods the whole sky, from horizon to horizon. How much it can fill your room depends on its windows." The divine love is everywhere, always, flooding existence like moonlight. But how much enters your life depends on how open you are to receive it. Are your windows wide open, or have you shuttered them against the light? Have you made your heart a fortress or a sanctuary? Rumi invites us to open ourselves completely. He said, "Let yourself become living poetry." What does it mean to become living poetry? It means to live from the heart rather than the head. It means to embrace paradox, to dance with uncertainty, to find beauty in brokenness. It means to stop trying to make your life logical and safe, and instead allow it to be wild, authentic, and real. One of Rumi's most profound teachings is about presence. He wrote, "This is love, to fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. First, to let go of life. Finally, to take a step without feet." Divine love doesn't exist in the past or the future. It exists only here, only now. But to experience it, we must let go of everything we're carrying, our regrets, our plans, our stories about who we are. We must become empty enough for love to fill us. He reminds us, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. Divine love exists beyond judgment, beyond our categories of good and bad, beyond our moral calculations. In that field, there is only acceptance, only grace, only the recognition that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When we stop judging ourselves and others, we create space for love to flourish. Rumi also understood the transformative power of surrender. He wrote, "Dance when you're broken open. Dance if you've torn the bandage off. Dance in the middle of the fighting. Dance in your blood. Dance when you're perfectly free." This is not advice to ignore pain or pretend everything is fine. It's an invitation to embrace all of life, to say yes to the full spectrum of human experience. To dance in your brokenness is to find the divine even in darkness, to celebrate existence itself. In another verse, he said, "Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in another form." We cling so desperately to people, to circumstances, to our plans for how life should unfold. And when we lose them, we feel devastated. But Rumi understood something profound. Nothing is ever truly lost in love. Energy transforms, but never disappears. The people we've loved continue to live in our hearts, shaping who we are. The experiences we've lost make space for new miracles. Rumi wrote, "Wherever you are and whatever you do, be in love." This is perhaps his simplest and most radical teaching. Love is not something you do occasionally with special people in special moments. Love is a state of being, a way of moving through the world. To be in love means to approach every moment, every person, every experience with an open heart. It means to see the sacred in the ordinary, the divine in the mundane. He reminds us, the universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. We've been taught to seek happiness outside ourselves, in relationships, achievements, possessions. But Rumi points us inward. The love you crave, the peace you seek, the fulfillment you long for, it's all already within you. Not as potential, but as reality, waiting to be recognized. In one of his most mystical verses, Rumi said, "I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within." Our true identity is not the temporary form we inhabit, not the roles we play, not the stories we tell about ourselves. We are the consciousness that witnesses all of this, the awareness that experiences life. And that consciousness is nothing other than love itself, experiencing existence through countless forms. Rumi also spoke about the pain of separation from the divine. He wrote, "The reed flute's song is fire, not wind. Without this fire, you would disappear." Like a reed cut from the riverbed, we have been separated from our source. And this separation creates a longing, a song of grief and beauty. But this longing is itself sacred. It's what keeps us searching, growing, reaching toward reunion with the divine. And yet, paradoxically, there is no separation. Rumi tells us, goodbyes are only for those who love with their eyes. Because for those who love with heart and soul, there is no such thing as separation. On the surface, we appear separate, different bodies, different minds, different lives. But in the depths of the heart, in the realm of the soul, we are one. The love connecting us transcends space and time. Those we've loved and lost are still with us, woven into the fabric of our being. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let these words settle into your heart. Let them remind you that you are loved more deeply than you can imagine, not by something distant and separate, but by the very essence of existence itself. This love is not something you must earn or deserve. It is your birthright, your nature, your truth. Rumi whispers to us across the centuries, when you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you. joy. This is the sign of divine love, not constant happiness, but a deep current of aliveness moving through you. Even in difficulty, even in sorrow, you feel connected to something greater than yourself. You feel purpose, you feel meaning. And finally, Rumi leaves us with this promise. What you seek is seeking you. The love you long for is also longing for you. The divine you reach toward is reaching back. You are not alone in your searching. Every step you take toward love, love takes 1,000 steps toward you. Rest now in this knowing. You are held in infinite love. You are love itself, temporarily forgetting its own nature. And when you remember, in moments of beauty, in acts of kindness, in the quiet stirring of your heart, you discover what Rumi always knew. Love is not something you find, it's something you return to again and again, until you realize you never left.